We are sitting outside the door to our apartment. In just a few hours, we're going to open that door and welcome Eliyahu HaNavi into our Seder. And it's going to be a little different this year than it usually is. And I wanted to have the conversation. We've been having this conversation for several days, and I wanted to share some of those ideas with everyone watching. Normally, we set a place card at our table for Eliyahu HaNavi, and that signifies the unexpected guest who joins our Seder. This year, there is going to be no unexpected guests. If anyone knocks on the door, we're really not allowed to let them in. So how are we thinking about Eliyahu HaNavi this year?
So I think we decided that this year Eliyahu will be the stand-in for all the guests who are sadly not at our Seder. We are not having family, we're not having friends. We're so sad that so many of you would normally be our guests and you're not this year, and we will miss you all. So I think Eliyahu is our stand-in guest. I think we should probably still make him a place card. And Eliyahu is the one guest who will be visiting, will be invited to visit all Seders this year, everywhere. And that's a really important role that Eliyahu has.
So can we say something about that role? Where does he have this role? Because in Tanakh, that's sort of not the role that he has.
Yeah, Eliyahu is a pretty harsh figure in Tanakh, actually, not warm and fuzzy. And it's interesting that Eliyahu gets transformed later on through Chazal, through rabbinic works, into the one who comes and visits baby boys at their Brit Milah and visits homes on Pesach. And that's sort of a reinvention and a redefinition of who Eliyahu is as a character.
Yeah, and his final appearance in Tanakh is from the end of Sefer Malachi, the end of the entire all of Nevi'im, where the prophet says, "Hine anochi shleach lachem et Eliyahu HaNavi." I'm going to send Eliyahu HaNavi to you as this final tiding of some end of days. V'heshiv levavot al banim v'lev banim al avotam, and he'll reconcile parents and children and parents. That maybe points to Eliyahu's role in folklore as sort of this Santa Claus-like character who comes to the bris and comes to the Seder and is very friendly, right? Because these are moments of where generations are meeting, and Eliyahu HaNavi does have that role. He's assigned that role in Tanakh at the end of Nevi'im of being that reconciler of generations. And I think that's also what we'll be thinking about this year. We're apart from so many people we love this year and Pesach. Many are having the Seder alone or much smaller numbers than they would wish, and that is that's also to honor the people we love in different generations. In our own generation, it's that act of solidarity and act of love that normally that means coming together, and this year it means staying apart.
And we'll end with not a full story, but one of our favorite stories about Eliyahu HaNavi, and there's different versions, essentially versions that emphasize the ways in which Eliyahu is this character that kind of sometimes swoops in and helps people when they need it, helps people, provides them with food when they don't have any, provides them with comfort when they don't have any. Sometimes Eliyahu is a figure that comes and promises children to couples that don't have any. So Eliyahu is this kind of savior figure and always comes in disguise. You never know when you're speaking to Eliyahu that it is in fact Eliyahu. So our favorite stories are those that speak to the ways in which we can act as Eliyahu HaNavi to one another. As David said, one of the ways that we're helping others this year is by staying home and staying separate from others. But there are so many ways that so many people in this community have been and will be reaching out to others. So we're all taking on that Eliyahu HaNavi role a little bit this year, and that's really our blessing to the community, is that we all continue to do that.
So Chag Sameach, we're going to miss you over Yantif. Look forward to hearing after Shabbos how everything went and continuing to hear good things, please God, for all of us and all of your loved ones in the coming days.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.